Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben, the oldest son, were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Aser, that's Greek, and the Hebrew is Asher, were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Nephilim were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000, and of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000, and of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. Verse 8, of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000, of the tribe of Joseph, that's strange, Joseph were sealed 12,000, and of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. So Dan and Ephraim were left out of this. Did you notice that? Now, and why? You with companion Bibles, you're very fortunate. It goes into much detail. It's because of idolatry. You want to be, this shows you how easy it is for someone to mislead a lot of people if you're not careful. False teaching, misleading. Now, I've got some real good news, though. When you're studying in the great book of Ezekiel, in chapter 48, this is chapter 40 of Ezekiel begins the millennium, and chapter 48, you're well along into the millennium. These two tribes are added back in, so they're not lost. All of Israel shall be saved. Why? Because they earn it. They deserve it. But because of idolatry, they are put down and they are corrected. And in this 12,000. Again, I want to say it again just to make sure that we absorb it. And I'm going to document it in just a moment. These are not 144,000 that are going to enter heaven. They will go to heaven. Yep. That's wherever God is, okay. But they're only utilized as teachers, and they are mentioned, this 144,000, as the priest of Ezekiel chapter 44. And I've got some bad news here concerning them. They go astray when Israel does, but they straighten themselves out when the elect begin to witness and testify. That is all brought out very clear in Ezekiel chapter 44. Different subject really for a different time. So there we have it. And the complete sealing must be accomplished before the trumps are sounded. I feel that many have begun to understand those seals for several years now in this generation of the fig tree. For that's exactly when the seals were to be opened. Verse 9, as we continue. After this, in other words, after all that was done and was said, I beheld, or I looked, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and of course, Feast of Tabernacles, the great celebration thereof. But this is why you never want to let someone teach you that only 144,000 are going to heaven, because here you can't even number this group that's already there. Have already washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb, have already overcome, and are in heaven. So how thick would you be between the ears? And I'm just winning friends and influencing people, but honesty is honesty, and truth is truth, and the seal of the living God is the seal of the living God. If there's already untold hundreds, kindreds, whomsoever will, not only of the 12 tribes of Israel, but of all kindreds, all tongues, all languages, all of God's children, whomsoever would, and the certification naturally is going to be here before it's over with to certify that one belongs, is the washing of the robe. meaning to believe upon the Lamb slain, to believe upon the Lord Jesus Christ. That's all that's necessary to enter heaven. Now, that statement is so simple, it could be an oversimplification that could even deceive some, that's all you had to know was to love the Lamb. It's a little more difficult than that, because you got to know which one, which Lamb. There's two of them. Which morning star? There's two of them. One of them is called in the Hebrew tongue Lucifer, which means morning star, bright star. But he's fake. So you got to know the difference. That's why the seal must be placed in your forehead, to know that truth, to understand it, and to have the ability. These we read of in verse 9 are those that are already your ancestors that have passed on, that have loved the Lord Jesus Christ, that have followed him. Verse 10.